Yes, sir. My name is Zakashi, guys, and in this video here, we're going to be going into how you can build the best hybrid Saiyan team now. With the festival, everybody's still pretty much been using Beast Gohan. Beast Gohan's been such a destructive force alongside his two tag teammates, Future Gohan and Pan. But there's other options that you might want to consider alongside the fact that we would probably be getting new hybrid Saiyans going forward, so you want to know what are your best options and how you can build them alongside the equipment. So hopefully you guys are going to enjoy this video. If you haven't already, make sure to press the subscribe button, man. We're on this grind to 40,000 subscribers. Hopefully we can hit 35,000 by the end of the year. All my social media links are going to be on the bottom of the screen. This is the YouTube channel. We've got a Twitter, Twitch, Reddit, Instagram, and a Discord link all in the description below. So make sure to check me on all of those. I always mess up that count. Also want to point out that I live stream every single day. So if you see me live on the channel, man, pop in and say hi, man. Pop in and say hi. It's always a good time. There might be a giveaway going on. There might be some good vibes. Whatever it is, pop in and say hi, man. Best place to ask me any questions if you have any about anything, literally. So yeah. Also want to point out that I do giveaways on my Discord server. It's in the description below, and it's right here. It's right here. So be sure to join that, but I'm not holding you guys up any longer. Let's actually get into the video now. Okay, so just to start off this video, one thing I always show in these team building videos is a fundamental. I call it the fundamental of team building. What you need to know, you need to keep this locked into your brain. When you go to your party formation, you need to have your settings a certain way because it affects how you build your team and what you think when you're building a team. So what I like to do is actually set it by element. Why? Because you want to have ideally one element on your team. So one character covering every single element. It's not always going to be the case, but it's ideal in case you want to counter somebody else using different colors. It's good to have options. Not every team has options, and most time type neutral will be satisfactory, but set it by element because it also makes it easy to find. If you're wondering why you shouldn't set it by power level, is because power level is unreliable and unrealistic due to certain features in the game, such as Zenkai's. So for example, we have, let's take somebody here, Ultra Super Vegeta and Ultra Super Gogeta. They are obviously not weaker than the GT Kid Goku here or Super Saiyan 2 Trunks. So you can see that the power scaling is inconsistent, and it's not going to give you a clear measure of who's actually stronger than who. Also on top of the fact that people have certain things in their kits that are not listed by just their power level. So definitely set it by element, which is over here, and then what you want to ideally do is set it by sparking and ultra, and that should pretty much set you good for most of the parts. But at the time of making this video, there's no hybrid Saiyan ultra anyways. And then the last thing you want to consider is probably the tag, which you'd be pressing hybrid Saiyan to actually finish the job. Alright, so getting into the team building for this team, hybrid Saiyans, there's not many options, but this is the team that everybody runs to actually get the top results in ranked PvP. So you've got Beast Gohan, of course, and then your other two options you're going to have are Future Gohan. The reason why he's really good is because he has endurance, and every time he gets hit in that one combo, when that combo ends, he actually adds a buff for his allies no matter the tag they are, which is actually very, very good. So he's actually a very good support for the team. And then we've also got Pan, who is actually a combo breaker, stopping the person from actually doing a long combo, because you know how draw speed be in the game right now. These three are your main options, and really and truly there's no diverging from this team. This team here, if you get on hybrid Saiyans, there's no better team than it. But I understand that not everybody would have all three of these units. You might not have Beast Gohan. You should have Pan because she was free. And let's say you don't have Future Gohan. If you want to look for some substitutes, let's go through that. So ideally, you could also use this blue Pan. But I'd say if you don't have Beast Gohan, you don't run the team. That's me personally. If you don't have Beast Gohan, you shouldn't be looking to substitute him. You just shouldn't run the team. But Pan, she can be okay, especially at the lower ranks, 65 and below, I'd say. Above 65 you can get lucky, and if you're really good you can actually get your wins and whatnot. But the main thing she's used for is the fact that she has a Strike Z ability. Hybrid Saiyans is actually very effective strike based. You can build a blast version of it, and I might go into that just for the sakes later in this video, but the strike version is unmatched right now. She's Zenkai Boss Beast Gohan, which is actually what's most effective about her. You can see here Sun Family, Blue Sun Family, which is dope. Cool. She can be put there as a substitute, but mainly the Zenkai buff. If you want to consider Sword of Hope Trunks, don't. The reason why you shouldn't consider this guy, because you need to run him with two other future members, and you could actually make that happen. So if I actually take these guys off, but I keep Future Gohan on, you run this guy, and you could run this guy, you could run this guy as well, if you want your other future members. But you can see this team is nowhere near as dangerous as the Beast Gohan Pan Future Gohan combo. Unless you have Sword of Hope Trunks at 14 stars anyways, you shouldn't consider him, because really and truly he's not how he used to be, and this wouldn't even be his most optimal setup. So it's a waste to actually try and run Sword of Hope Trunks on hybrid Saiyans if you're considering that. So let's go back to the actual team that we had at first with Pan. Don't consider this guy because he's more blast based, so it kind of messes up. You see how Sword of Hope Trunks messes things up because he's a melee type, but then you've got some blast type options as well. I wouldn't consider a green, but if you did want to have a green on the hybrid Saiyan team, Super Saiyan Trunks would be your obvious option. But a better option on the team is to actually just not worry about having every element for this team and actually just look at your main hitters. So these three will be your main hitters. But if you're going to consider anybody else on the team, I'd literally only consider this guy here, which is Revival Gohan. The fact that he has a revival, it makes him very, very useful in battle. You get 2 lives. He's very supportive before his revival, and after the fact, he's actually a very good offensive unit. He can literally do a lot of damage. Blue card can literally shock you, like it will take you out. I'm not even gonna joke about that. But yeah, you need to have him a decent amount of stars to make value of it. Now, those are your main lots, really and truly. You can see there's a lot of options here, but I really didn't go through any of them. If you really wanted to force it, you could have this guy, but I think I would do that for like the blast-based version of the team, because you can build a blast-based version of the team, even though I don't see it being anywhere near as successful. But there are some bench units who are not here that are very, very useful. So I already spoke about Pan, how she's a Zenkai buff, and not everybody that is useful on this team is a hybrid Saiyan. So there's one EX, which is actually very, very effective. You should very much consider for yellow and blue. You can see this guy here, Yellow Broly. Very, very useful. Very, very useful because he gets 50% to strike attack and blast defense for yellow and blue. So what you'd have to do is just put Pan on the leader to get the most out of that. So you swap Pan over here. So if I just do this for a sec. Let's do this. Ah, damn, I lost Beast. What I wanted to do was this and then do that, and then Beast would have been there. But you get what I'm saying. Because Beast Gohan's a blue, Future Gohan's a yellow, they get the Z ability. A good other Z ability that you could have on the bench who was a hybrid Saiyan. I should have probably touched on him first. It would have saved me a lot of time with my eyes and whatnot. Actually, let's just go back. Let's just go back to the hybrid Saiyan side with in the Saiyans. Cool. This guy here from the BoJack movie, Super Saiyan Trunks. His Z ability is really, really solid. You can see here 35% to episode sagas from the movies. What's really good is Pan and Beast are movies characters as well. All tag hybrid Saiyan base strike attack and defense, and 18% to characters that are both sagas from the movies and hybrid Saiyans, which are Beast and Pan. Future Gohan would be on the leader slot if you want to make most value of that, but you really got to consider, I think putting Pan on the leader slot is more valuable in my opinion, because you'd want to actually get the 50% for everybody with the yellow Broly. So you'd have this guy here. Let's go to, well, we've already got Hyper Saiyans on. Let's put Beast on the team, and then we've obviously got Blue Pan as well. The team pretty much look like this. I just like to organize things by color and the order, so you can see an order. So the leader slot, you don't include that, but then we have the green that I just spoke about. So let me actually just order it quick so you can see it nice and clear. We've got the green there. We've got the Z ability option, which is Broly. Just gonna move him in effect like this. We've also got Pan, move that. We've got Broly again, so we're gonna move that. Oh, we need to move Trunks. We need to move Trunks, so you can see it's in order. Cool. So we got the red Pan, we got the blue, which is Beast Gohan, and yellow Future Gohan. Those are your main three, and there's a variety of colors there, so you're able to actually go type neutral with most of the colors in the game. You would never really be type disadvantaged because you can just switch out to another thing and be type neutral in most cases, unless they directly try to color count a Beast, like with a green yellow setup or something like that. So for the most part, this is what you'd be running. If you have any queries about, for example, this guy, I feel like he's got like 5 seconds of fame with the fact that he can't be cover changed when he pops his main. Besides from that, not a good unit. Maybe you can build him defensively and get something out of it, but Future Gohan's obviously better. You could put this guy on a Z ability as well. I just wanted to point that out. Hybrid Saiyan, strike attack and blast attack, you get double offense, but no defenses, which is why I have this setup that I have exactly just like this. Now, we got to get into the blast version of the team, and unless you've got this team really high stars, you're not going to see much success at all. But this is a team that was very valuable in the past, and everybody who's got this team with the Zenkai buffs appropriately, it's a very specific build. You would actually do decent. You would actually be surprised. So, what it comprises of is red, purple, with this guy being your leading force, because when he's last stand, and two, I believe it's Sun family or Hybrid Saiyans. Let me look at it. I haven't seen him in a while. 2 Sun Family gets 200% to ultimate damage. So every time one is killed, he gets 100%. But it can be cancelled, which is actually very, very inconvenient. But you can see he also gets some damage inflicted. So say if 2 Sun Family members are dead, that's 280%. Not talking about the key recovery, but the damage inflicted is what's good. And then you also put on future Revival Gohan. I already spoke about why he's good in the melee side. And then we've also got Goten, who would also be here. I was gonna say he draws a blast card when he switches in, I believe, from I believe it's from it's specifically from Gohan, so it works effectively because you're running 2 Gohans. I thought it was Hybrid Saiyan, but you can see it draws a blast card next. Doesn't happen every time, happens 3 times. And then from here, it's very easy to buff the team. So you can see here, there's a Zenkai buff for both of these 2. With this guy, he's a melee type, so you might not want to use him over some other options that I'll show. But you can see here, Hybrid Saiyan, purple, Zenkai buff there. Goten Zenkai buffs himself. And what's good about Goten and the Revival, so these 2 purples, is that they're movies units. So if I take off this and actually go to my purples, you could actually put this Broly on as well, which would actually add to the Zenkai buff for both of them, which is good. So they get a wide range of stats. And if you wanted to fill the last spot, if I actually go back to Hybrid Saiyans, you can see here the last spot would be Super Saiyan Trunks. This one here, he's a Zenkai buffer for Hybrid Saiyans, Zinobi, Hybrid Saiyan, and the blast damage. But with this team, pretty much, they're going to do a lot of blast damage, but they should do a lot of strike damage as well, because they're just Zenkai buffs going around. If you want to consider other variations of a blast-based team, I wouldn't really consider it, but I just want to show you some other units that could be useful. So we could have Future Gohan. I already spoke about his endurance, but you'd mess it up with the buffs on the bench. We also got this Super Saiyan Trunks. He's also very valuable, and he can actually be, I believe he can be Zenkai buffed by this guy here, who actually Zenkai buffs Future, which is good, but his Z ability works for Hybrid Saiyans, making it more blast orientated, which is dope. I'd say that's pretty much it for the options you have, but this would be like the ranged version of Hybrid Saiyans. Obviously, move accordingly when or if a new unit releases in the future. Okay, it's time for the equipments. The equipments are the main part, really. The team can be made, but you need the equipments. Now, Hybrid Saiyans have one of the best equipments in the game. This one here, Awakened, triple exclamation mark. It comes with double pure, so blast pure and strike pure, and it's per actual Hybrid Saiyan member, and it's 8% at the max. So that means you can get up to 24% pure of each stat offenses. That's insane, and it gives you a little strike defense, which is dope. If you want to know what pures are, just for the guys that don't know, I do this every time. So think about pures as a multiplier, raw, pure, whatever you want to call them. And what's different about them is that they don't have that word base before it. So you can see here it says base strike defense. But here it doesn't say base blast attack. It just says blast attack. So a multiplier, generally speaking, is only massive when the base number is already big. But because you're going to have a lot of Zenkai buff Z abilities going around with base blast attack, base strike attack, when you add the pure in, it multiplies that number and gives you a bigger number in the end, which will actually make you do more damage. So you should really consider really putting this on. This is like a must-have for Hybrid Saiyans. This equipment here, you get the actual memory from the Zenkai Ultra Space Time Rush, of course. And then if you want the actual equipment so that you can actually go ahead and awaken it, you get that from the equipment collection for Hybrid Saiyans. You can get it from the Eliminate All Earthlings, which is actually interesting, the Nappa event, and you can also get it from the Z Medal and Equipment Medal shop. It's all over the place, so very easy to access. Go ahead and awaken it. It's like a must-have for Hybrid Saiyans, undeniably. I love this equipment. You can see I've got 5 of them, but they took me so long to grind, bro. You can see here, I want to fight. You can have one of each offense, so hopefully you get blast. You don't want to get blast, really. Strike. More characters are strike. You want strike defense. So try to get strike defense on the first slot, and then obviously the middle slot you get both offense, both nuclear offenses. So special move and ultimate damage, which is very, very good. But what's important about the last slot is that you specifically aim for the health. Like, when is the last time you've seen regeneration? Like, and even if you did see that you see a regen unit, like, it's going to be once in a full moon. It's not going to affect you really. So go for the health. The health will help you in every single situation. It's a very difficult equip to get everything perfect, but of course it's going to be worth it in the end. Where do you get this? The equipment collection for Hybrid Saiyans. So you literally have to rely on RNG and using a lot of your energy. So be careful with that, but it's a must. it's a must. This one here won't fit on a lot of the hybrid Saiyans, but it would fit on specifically Future Gohan, the yellow one that I spoke about. You could put it on the yellow Trunks if you're really trying to force him in the free to play, and even the green LF Super Saiyan Trunks is for hybrid Saiyans and Future. But you can see here you get double nuclear offenses, so special move and ultimate damage. You get double defenses, which is good. Generally speaking, you can see how this equipment would have a lot of value for you. So you can get this from the Z Medal shop. As advise this for Future Gohan because you want to really build him defensively. He's not meant to be an offensive beast. He's literally just be there. He's meant to be there absorbing hits, buffing the team, and making sure that you cover change so that you break their combo essentially. So yeah, you get this from the Z Medal exchange shop. This equip here is good if you really want to consider the health. You can get double offenses for the strike, especially on a character like Beast Gohan. If you want to increase his health because you don't have him high stars and get a lot of offenses, you can get up to 30% strike. I would consider this. You can see this hybrid Saiyan and melee type, and where you get this is the normal special battle in the Fierce Fight Super Saiyan Trunks event. Another equip here which is really good for the actual double defense and health, so a Future Gohan type equip, or you could use this on Pan, however you want to see it, but mainly for the health. But defenses are always nice, especially if you're not using them using a unit that is just straight offensive. And where do you get this? In the equipment collection for hybrid Saiyans. This equipment here is a must-have for Beast Gohan. If you don't have this equipment, you need to go farm it right now. You can see it gives you base blast defense, so 8 to 20%. 20% is a lot. Base strike attack 12.5%, but you also get 25% on the last slot, so that's a lot, 37% type stuff. And then you also get special move damage, which is very, very effective. You can see there 12.5%, and Beast Gohan special move damage matters a lot. But this equipment only works for Sun Family Blues, so don't grind 10 thinking that you can, use them all over the place. 10 is a drag. Don't even grind 6. You might need 2 at max, and even then that's pushing it. You get this, it's the memory, so you get this from the Zenkai Ultra Space Time Rush Shot. And then if you want the base equip, so you can actually grind the awakened version. The unawakened version is not too bad, to be honest, but it's not what you want because you can get way more out of it if you awaken it. You get it from the equipment medal shop. In the scenario that you might have considered a movies team before, you might have this equip, awakened hold onto my shoulder. You can see here it gives you 6% to strike attack per episode sagas from the movies. It's a bit less from the hybrid Saiyan one, but let's say in the scenario you don't have a lot of resources right now, and you also want to consider movies units because you have that interest. You could share this equip, especially on this team. If you're just not using Future Gohan, you take off Future Gohan, put Revival Gohan, the purple one, and you're using him with Pan and Beast Gohan. That's 3 movies units, so you'd still get the benefits of this if you was to use this equip on Revival Gohan or Beast Gohan, because they're sagas from the movies and they're melee type, so they fit the criteria. You can get up to 18% 6 times 3, which is actually very, very good. The first slot is not the best, but the middle slot you do get some defenses, which is good. And you get this, obviously it's the Awakening Zenkai Ultra Space Time Rush shop. I'll say it every time, but you should be catching on by now. And if you want the unawakened version, just so you can awaken it, the unawakened version is not bad itself, but obviously it's less. You'd be maxing out 15 over the 18. You can get this from the equipment medal shop. We got this equip here. This team is pretty much same as Sun Family, so this equip works perfect as well. Sagas from the movie Sun Family, you can get 25% strike attack. You get some key recovery. Key recovery can come in clutch, but I wouldn't say never aim for it. If it just comes on the equip, it's an extra asset that you get on the slot. But the first slot, you also get some strike attack, so you can get 35% strike attack, and you also get that special move. It just fits on all Saga Sun Family members, but I don't see why you would use this equip over the other one that I gave you with the Kaioken Goku on the front. But just in case you do have this equip or you want to know where you can get it, let's go memory number 1. Obviously, you get it from the Zenkai Ultra Space Time Rush shop. And if you're curious about the unawakened version, it's over here. Let's go. You get it from the equipment medal shop. I have to mention this because it's obviously Future Gohan's platinum equip. He's very, very necessary on the team. He's literally the main 3 on the team. Definitely get this platinum equip. You get it from the Ultimate Equipment Collection event. So go ahead. Another pure equipment that you might want to consider. This one doesn't take as much hassle, but again, it maxes out at the 15%. It's all you Gohan. It works with the Future Gohan, and it's all for Sun Family members. It's not the easiest to grind as well, but I got a couple. Get 5% pure per, so you can max out 15 like I already said, and you get it from the equipment metal shop. Last equipment I'm going to show you, this platinum equip here. I wouldn't necessarily advise grinding it for the hybrid setup, but if you want your pan to do that bit extra special move damage, because she does summon a blue card from her main, it could actually clutch you up. You can get the 10% here from this plat here, and you also get quite a bit of defenses and some strike attacks, so it's actually a really good equip in my opinion. It works on my pan very well. If you want to know where to get the ultimate equipment collection for Sagas for the movies and Red. But yeah, man, that's gonna close out the video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. Hopefully it was useful to you. Let me know what you guys think. Who you're hoping for the festival. How are you finding the festival, rather? I don't know when this will be uploaded, but how are you finding the festival? I think that's a big thing to point out. But yeah, man, press the subscribe button. We're on this grind to 35,000 subscribers, really pushing for the end of the year. So if you haven't already, press that red button, man. We're really trying to get there. All my social media is going to be on the bottom of the screen. This YouTube channel, go to Twitter, Twitch, Reddit, Instagram, and a Discord link all in the description below. So make sure to check me out on all of those. I already pointed out I live stream every single day. So if you see me live on the channel, pop in. It's the best place to ask me questions, and it's always good vibes. And there's also giveaways on the Discord server, I believe every single month. So you might pop in and it might be your chance. You might just win a free gift card or something like that. But yeah, I'm going to leave it like that, guys. I appreciate you guys for watching. My name is Zakashi, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one, man.